Hi everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Now this ain't a Mark III ST220 video, this is going to be on the Mark IV. If you remember a few videos ago I done a leak off test on it because I had the hiccuping. Well, it's still there. It's not as bad as what it was after I replaced the little sensors, but it's still there. So I've done some research, I've done some more, asking some questions around, and it is possible that the injectors are over fueling, I've been told. So I saw some injectors, and I'm going to set out and replace them. So let's flip the camera, crack on with the job, and I'll speak to you at the end. So let's go. So when you're changing the injectors on your car, on the Mark IV Mondeo, first thing you do is disconnect the ground, remove these breather hoses, disconnect all your wiring, this one, disconnect this one and this one as well, and all your wiring from the extra injectors. That'll give you more access to pull them out. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is start stripping this down, getting more access to it all. So let's crack on. This one's got a broken tab. You don't have to disconnect all of them, but I'm going to do it so I can push the wiring all back up out of the way. For the sake of a couple more minutes work, it makes it worthwhile. With all the wiring really disconnected. Get this out of the way a bit. And just put it up out of the way. And that gives you better access to the 4 10mm bolts that hold the injectors in. So we're going to crack them off and go from there. Hopefully they come out easy and I ain't going to require a tool, and they should just slide out. By giving the car some nearly 200k miles, I expect they're going to be in there solid. It's my luck they'll be in there solid, but we just got to remove the little clips that hold the return line in, and then we're good to continue. So these little pins here, they're a nightmare to get out. Okay, you don't want them popping out the backs and then dropping into the engine. So what I tend to do is put a flathead behind it, push down on this side just gently enough to remove it from the injector. You're going to need these for the new ones anyway, so just be gentle with it. Then use your pick. I don't know how well this is actually coming out on the camera. That should pop out of there now. Just slide it back in. Do the same on this one. Let's zoom in a bit, see if I can show you a bit better. Same as before, put a flathead just behind it to stop it coming right out the back. Okay, just enough to prise out the return valve, the leak off pipe, sorry. Should just pop out of there. There you go. Then you push the clip back in. So with all them out of the way, I've removed the leak off pipe to the side here. All I've got to do now is undo these 4 10mm bolts. Hopefully they'll crack off easy. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to undo the 70mm bolt nuts here and just slacken the pipes off so they can wiggle a bit, and it'll help remove everything and then tighten it back down when they're in. So let's crack these off and see what happens. So as you can see, they all cracked off nicely. Okay, so remove these. I have got a buzz gun to help get these out, but it's really early in the morning, so like 7 o'clock. I don't, on a Sunday, I don't really want to be waking the neighbours up or annoying them. You take it all out. These are the clamps, should come out quite easy. Where's my magnet? I am going to make sure they go back in the right way. So we've got 13mm on the back there. 7mm. 17 on the front. Jesus, that was tight. Wow. Right, see what I'm saying about undoing these to give you a bit more wiggle room. Let's get this one cracked off. They do look like they've been on there a while. Makes you wonder whether these are the original parts for the car. So you don't take it right off, just enough to... Oh, that's lucky they come right out. So I'll do that on all 4 of them. Hopefully they all come out just as easy. Crikey, they've done up really tight, haven't they? That one, there's a little bit of room to play, so there's no need to slacken it off. That one feels a bit tighter than this one. Oh, there you go. Try and get the rest off. Crack this one. And this one. Without rubbing spanners. Enough room on that one, so I don't need to slacken it off this end. Same again on the last one. Do you know what? I'm surprised that they've all just slid out easy like that. Let me get the replacements. So here's the replacements. I've got 4. Okay, they're not brand new. I'm going to say that right now. They are reconditioned, professionally reconditioned. All Siemens, all coded, ready for the car. Comes with everything you need other than the clips to go in the end. They come with a 2-year warranty, the same as brand new ones, and the guy is recommended by a lot of people. Also, he's going to give me £80 back for my old ones, because I said I'd give him a shout out for these, because he turned these around in a couple of days. They're all pressure treated, the paperwork comes with them, so I know people say don't buy refurbed, but to me, for what I paid for the car, I know I paid more for these than what the car's actually worth, but you know, it may help someone rectify an issue. So yeah, I've done a guy deal with him, so a link to where I got these from and his shop will be in the description below. So big thanks to, his name's Leon. He's been really helpful. So let's get 2 done at a time, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so we'll start with an easy one to show you. This one, as we've noticed, is just lifted out. That's the, see, everything here, this tip bit, this bit, anything that's functioning, you know, can all be replaced. So I don't see why you shouldn't buy a refurb and keep the costs down if you're on a budget. But stay that tip, it's got very fine pinholes in there somewhere, and it's all clogged up down. Well, you can see that. But let's put that to the side. Don't forget you actually want this little clip here, so we'll pull that out as well. Try not to lose it. Just got to put this in the new one. Clip on there. Look at the difference. These look practically new, so I am happy with them. Like I said, Leon done me a good deal. So comes with the copper washers. Take everything off. Put in. Hopefully that don't fall off on the way down. I can't see down there. And very level it off so it goes flat. And gently, like so. Okay, get in position. Nip it up. Now it is recommended to use new bolts, but I found a company online that would send me some new bolts. But the problem with that is they're actually away at the moment. So what we'll do is I'm just gonna, for now, reuse these old bolts just so I can still use the car. It's proving a bit difficult to get that back in there actually. Probably making it look fiddlier, but like I say, when I film these videos it takes a little bit longer than what it probably should do because I've got a camera right in front of me. Go. Then we nip it up. We'll do these up by hand. Okay. Until everything's back together, and then we'll get all the torque settings. And I'm going to start, and I know I've said it before, but I've got to get into the habit of putting the torque settings in the description of all my videos. That's one replaced. Nip this back up. Okay. do this one next. Let's see how easy I can do this one with the camera right on top of it. There you go. And again, look at that. They look new. So nearly forgot. It's not easy when you've got the camera right in front of you. Remove the bottom one. Same as before. There we go. Oh. See, I hope you're catching this okay. The sun's at really the wrong angle. Just nip that by hand. Get the clamp. And as before, oh, dropped it. No, don't do that. Drop the clamp again. Sorry if my hands are in the way. There you go. Get a bolt. And drop it on the floor. Right, get that one. And the same as before, nip it up by hand. It's the same principle for the other two, for this one under here and this one here. I think this one's going to be a little bit of a pain because you've got the breather pipe here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera aside and I'm just going to film and speed the footage up. So you see me do these two in real time. And you're going to see me do this one and this one in time lapse. So let me set the camera aside and crack on with it. So get this one done. Again, slides out nicely. Look at the gunk on the bottom of that. So that's one's not got a pin in it, but I'm going to grab one and put it in the new one. So again, undo, remove all the plastic bits, insert your clip, Again, probably not the right way to put a copper washer in there, but they sit in flush. And slot the new injector in. Okay. Reconnect the pipe. That one done. Get your clamp. There you go. Bolt in. Nip up by hand. Make sure they are all nipped up by hand. Everything's tight there. There. Now it's just this last one over here with the breather line. Now I've got a feeling that I'm gonna have to undo the rocker cover just enough just to slide it back, but that might disturb the gasket. I can't think of any other way that will come out. So, any ideas, guys, to help anyone else? Then put them in the comments as always. See, at this angle it looks like it'll come out, but it won't. There you go. That one's actually better condition. That's not as dry. Oh, sorry, as wet. The other ones look like they had oil. They did. That's the difference. Oil residue on them ones, and something's not right there. Might need further investigation. But let's get that copper washer out of there. Where's my magnet? Oh, I've got it. And it is now on the floor. I have actually dropped it. I'm just going to get some compressed air down there. Well, I've just looked back at the camera. I don't know how much of that previous clip I actually filmed, but I've undone the rocker cover just a little bit to wiggle it back a little bit, about 1 millimetre or 2, just to get this injector out. So I've got the new one ready to go in, as before. Put the clip in. Don't push them all the way in, because then you can go to... Right, let's pop that in there. I know this ain't the proper way at all. put a washer in. But as long as it sits flush, then you're alright. Just wiggle it back into place, there you go. All that's left to do now is put bolt back in. Like I said, I will torque these down, but when I get the new bolts I will put them in. Right, make sure everything's sitting nicely. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I start tying everything down is I'm just going to put the diesel leak off pipe back in. Make sure it comes down the back. Okay, check the washers as well, see if they need replacing at all, because I have got some spares if need be. They look good to me, so click one, click two. They will need further clicking into place. Number 3, number 4. Right, so let's click them back into place. 1, and then push the clipping from the back. Click in, push the clipping from the back, there you go. Make sure that one actually popped in as well. I believe it did. And this one, clip in, push the clip in. So what I need to do now is tighten down everything by hand, plug all the wiring back in, and we can go from there. So let me get everything torqued down. So the torque settings, you do them finger tight to start with, then you do them 5 Newton meters, then a 90 degrees, which is quite easy really. Just hold your hand like this, put your torque wrench it like that, and just pull 90 degrees. So I've set my wrench to 5 Newton meters. So 5. 90 on each. I'll move the camera to show you that one. So that's what we've got. We've got it 90 degrees to the engine. Let's see if I can show you a bit better. And I'm going to put it directly down. You can't really see. Let me set the camera up a bit better. So we've got 90 degrees. And I'm going to put it down like this. I'm just going to pull from here around to here. And that's 90 degrees. So again, in line with the engine, arm straight down, 90 degrees. In line with the engine, straight down, 90 degrees. In line with the engine, 90 degrees. And that is the correct way to torque them. 5 newton meters and then 90 degrees. All that's left to do now is put all the wiring back together, plumb everything back in, start it up, give these a nip up, and we're good to go. Okay, that's everything nipped up. Every connection's done. Everything. Just reconnect the battery and start it up. Okay, so I've reconnected everything. The battery's back on. Let's start it up to see what happens. Gonna need priming. I forgot about that. There you go. Because the reason why I say it needs priming, I forgot. Because it's diesel, it needs to pump round. But luckily, letting it tick over like that, and it's primed it nicely. Sometimes you can get lucky with that. Sometimes you can't. I've obviously got lucky. So I'm gonna go and check the engine bay, make sure there's no leaks, and then I'm gonna go for a test drive. So hopefully that cures the hiccuping. The car, if I can get the menu, oop, wrong button. Drive door open, it's telling me everything's open, I know. It's done 190,000 miles. And it's only had one injector replaced. So I'm guessing at that mileage, you know, they recommend every 100,000 miles they normally start to play up, but to get to nearly 200k miles with just one injector replaced, you know, it indicates normally they all start fading. Once one goes, it's not long till they all go. So let's go and have a look in the engine bay, see if there's any leaks. Sounds nice, as always. I can't see any visual leaks, so that's a good sign. Now, if it don't start because you disturb the fuel lines, it does need priming. If you've got one of these, you just use this, or put some sort of hose on it and you can draw the fluid through. But that's running nicely. I can't see any visual leaks in any of the injectors. They've all been replaced. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll show you the condition of the old. I'm going to leave this running for a little bit. I'll show you the condition of the other ones. I've ordered a new subframe, but I'll talk about that in a minute. on the first three, okay, they're all oily residue, which, you know, I don't know. But the last one that come out was all bone dry. Look, these ones had like oily residue on them. See? So, but I've replaced the injectors. It started practically straight away. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get these sent back to Leon. He's been kind enough to let me have a decent return on them, around about 80 quid. And I'll put a link to his stuff in the description. So I know a lot of guys don't recommend using refurbed injectors, but for, like I said, for the price of the car, they're not too bad. And I got a chat with him, told him what I was doing, and I'll do videos on YouTube, so he's probably going to watch this one, so highly on if you do. So this guy promised me 2 years warranty with them, so same as what you get brand new. All parts have been professionally cleaned and treated, and I can't see any problem with it. You know, I've saved about 400 quid buying them from him, plus he's going to return me some dollar or money if you're in the UK here. And the car's running nicely. Started after the second turn of the key because of the priming of the fuel, because I disturbed the fuel lines. But other than that, it's all good. I'm happy with them. Get these ones parcelled up and sent back to Leon, and that's another video sorted. And hopefully I will give you an update in a few weeks on how the car's running, but hopefully that'll sort the hiccup and the hesitancy in it. A friend of mine did say when he followed me, when I put my foot down, it did let out a little bit of white smoke, but it just for literally a second, which white smoke could be numerous of things. So I'm happy that it's still running. Like I said, all the injectors from Leon are coded, ready to go, so it's just plug and play. I'm surprised how easy they come out, to be fair. After, you know, thought they would have needed some sort of tool to get out, moving tool to get out. But yeah, happy days. And as always, if you're a new viewer and you like the videos and they help you save money, hit the like button down below, follow us, give us a subscribe, and you may notice also a thanks button down there now. That's in case you want to like say thanks for your help, you've saved me a few quid, have a cup of coffee or a pint of beer or something. So you can do like a little tip jar. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be the subframe on the ST220, because thanks to you guys, I've been and bought a new one. Again, I've spoken to the guys that have done that and they've given me a 15% discount, but I'll talk to you about that in the other video. Okay, so for now, see you later.